Okay, so let's talk about the New York Giants offense. They are terrible. The Giants are 0-3 for a reason. Their offense just can't score points. Really, they can't do anything well. 28th in pass block win rate. They are last in rushing. Saquon Barkley's out for the season. Sterling Shepard, he's hurt. So it's not going well for the New York Giants. It's a tough position for Jason Garrett. Again, no preseason. His first year as Giants offensive coordinator, no preseason, limited offseason. A young quarterback in his second season, learning a totally new system with limited time to really prepare and get used to that system. So it's a tough position that everyone is in on the Giants offense with a new offensive coordinator and young quarterback and injuries and rookie left tackle. Many different things, moving pieces going on for the New York Giants. Now, aside from pass block win rate and their overall attempts at rushing the football, obviously it's just an attempt at this point for the Giants, really no success. One statistic that is really standing out is their yards after catch per reception. So Evan Engram, Golden Tate, these are guys that have really built their reputation in terms of their success, their best years. They built their best years on having a strong yards after catch per reception. They're yak kind of guys. So let's look at Golden Tate. Let's start with him. Last year, 5.8 yards, yards after catch per reception. This year, 1.1. 1.1 yards after catch per reception is obviously terrible. When it comes to Tate, even his average depth of target is down. Last year, 9.6 yards, average depth of target. This year, 6.8 yards. So right there, one of their big targets, right? One of their most important playmakers, Golden Tate, virtually zero impact whatsoever, zero playmaking ability whatsoever. So the Giants as a whole, right, as a unit, as an offense, they are 15th in completed air yards per attempt. So they're right in the middle of the pack in terms of completed air yards per attempt. But they are 30th in yards after catch per reception as a team. So the Ingrams, the Tates, those guys that are really big parts of their offense, they're supposed to be good yards after catch guys. They're not adding that element to the Giants offense. 30th in yards after catch per reception. Now let me give you a good example of the 49ers and the Saints. So you look at the 49ers, they are third in yards after catch per reception, team that the Giants just played in week 3. They're 22nd in completed air yards per attempt. So 22nd in completed air yards per attempt, but third in yards after catch per reception. So they're not throwing the football far down the field, but the receivers are catching it and they're running with it and they're making big plays after the catch. Same thing with the Saints. They're 30th in completed air yards per attempt, but second in yards after catch per reception. So the Giants, middle of the pack in completed air yards per attempt, and at the bottom, 30th in yards after catch per reception. So again, when we talk about Tate, we talk about Engram, those guys have been good in their careers when it comes to yards after catch per reception, and they're just not getting it done. And overall, the Giants offense, they're not having that playmaking aspect is just not there. Okay, so let's look at this play. Week 3 versus the 49ers last week, and this is 2nd and 3, and Golden Tate gets 2 yards on this play. Okay, he's essentially one-on-one with this defender. If he bounces it outside, he's got Darius Slayton blocking for him. He gets 2 yards on a 2nd and 3, turns into a 3rd down and 1. But even if he cuts it back inside, you would expect Golden Tate, prime Golden Tate, good Golden Tate, to get 5-6 yards at least, right, in the first down. He gets 2 yards, and he's short of the first down. He's unable to get really anything after the catch, and we'll watch this play. He just kind of dances around, and again, it's really nothing. It's obviously not even close to an explosive play. That's just not something that an offense would be looking for in their playmaker. They want them to catch the football and make a play, make a man miss. And that's a big part of Golden Tate's game. He's a big yak guy. So that example right there is kind of a microcosm of Golden Tate's season so far. 1.1 yards after catch per reception this year. Okay, so let's move on to Evan Engram. Evan Engram's best season was in 2018. I did an entire video on that. You can find that on my YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description below. That year, he averaged 8.6 yards after catch per reception. This season, he has 4.4 yards after catch per reception. You got to understand that his average depth of target over the last 3 years has been less than 6 yards. So if he is not making plays after the catch, if he's not getting yards after the catch, he offers the Giants very little because his average depth of target is not very high. He's not catching the football very far down the field. So let's look at this play from week 3 against the 49ers. And this play only got 4 yards. He offers a little chip, looks back. Okay, he looks back at Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones delivers him the football right now, Evan Engram has his momentum moving forward, and I think he gets more than 4 yards. That's my guess. I'm going to say he gets more than 4 yards. I think he can get much closer to the first down mark than he did on this play. So let's watch it. And he kind of waits. Evan Engram, not a great throw, okay? And then he's kind of swarmed by 2 defenders. Like I said, this play only results in 4 yards. If Daniel Jones delivers him the football in stride right here, okay, I mean, that's a lot more than 4 yards. And this is the kind of play that's hurting the Giants when it comes to yards after catch per reception.